Hello, my name is Brian Jones. I'm the president of the CPA, which is the Construction Plant Hire Association here in the UK. We're extremely pleased to support the European Rental Association European Rental Week, which is known here in the UK as Plant Hire Week. Throughout the week, we'll be releasing a series of videos, and our first video clip focuses on one of the pillars of Plant Hire Week, which is the people. Our Chief Executive Officer, Steve Mulholland, interviews Jeremy Fish, Chief Executive of Ardent Hire Solutions, and then he goes on to interview one of their company's employees. I hope this shows all of you how important people are in our industry and the many career opportunities available.
Hi, I'm Steve Mulholland. I'm the CEO of the CPA, which is the Construction Plant Hire Association. We are the UK's largest plant association and Europe's, with over 1,900 members. Today, I'm here to talk to Jeremy Fish from Ardent Hire Solutions at their flagship depot in Bedford, England. We're going to be talking about one of the pillars of plant hire, which is people. So Jeremy, can you tell us a little bit more about Ardent Hire Solutions? For instance, how many employees you have operating throughout the UK?
So, Ardent Hire Solutions, we're a material handling, material lifting and innovations specialist, that's focused on actually providing fantastic service to customers. So principally we rent out telehandlers, roto telehandlers, and increasingly smart tanks that hopefully we can talk about a bit later. We've got a national footprint, so we cover the whole UK, and we employ about 150 people.
And out of the 150 people, how many apprentices would you be bringing on each year?
Well, we've got a constant stream of apprentices, so at any one time we've probably got between 10 and 15 apprentices in our business.
And how do you see career progression for them? Do you see mainly sticking on the tools, or as operatives, or as hire controllers, or is there room for progression throughout the company?
Well, there's always room for progression, and I'm always conscious of the fact that, you know, if you bring these young people on board, you've got to give them hope, you've got to give them progression, you've got to give them something to aim for so they can be the best at whatever they be. We offer really two routes. We've got a thing called wash bay to wheels. So you can actually join our business as a yardman with no qualifications whatsoever. And we'll train you and we'll put you through college and the CITB training, and then we'll put you through your HGV 2 exams, and then we'll sponsor you if you're at HGV 1 exams. So that's a fantastic career progression that a lot of people absolutely love in our business, and as a result of that we have really good driver retention. We've also got a wash bay to workshop program as well, and again you can join us without any experience whatsoever. You're washing machines 1 minute, and then we'll train you and we'll give you the mechanical knowledge and the expertise then to become either a depot fitter or a mobile fitter. And again, you know, it's fantastic because it's great to see these young people develop and grow and improve their skills. In fact, we had one chap that joined us as an ex-journalist. He was at university as a journalist. He decided it wasn't for him. He actually decided to come and join us, believe it or not, as a yardman. And he did that job for a short period of time, and then he joined the wash bay to workshop program, and we put him through the courses and the training and the coaching and the development to enable him to become a certified workshop fitter.
Yeah, so that's it. It's not just a case of leaving school or looking for young apprentices. There's also people that are changing careers.
Yeah.
And also, you mentioned yard man at the beginning there, but obviously women in construction are becoming more and more prominent. Do you see it as a good career path for women to attract them into the industry?
Well, I'd love to see more women in our industry, I really would. We don't employ enough women in the industry. Actually, we don't employ enough women at Ardent Hire as well. And typically we haven't really got very many women engineers. We've got good representation in our National Hire Centre and in one or two departments, but it's something I'm passionate about, but it's actually getting women, you know, attracting them into our industry. It's often not a very glamorous industry to be in, and I think that puts a lot of people off, unfortunately. So I think we've got more work to do collectively to make it more attractive to women.
Yeah, I would agree there. I mean, it's untapped. We do talk about trying to get kids in, but as I say, change your careers. At CPA, we're trying to promote women in industry to come into the plant sector. It does provide a really good opportunity to try something different.
Yeah. Our industry is the type of industry that gives young people responsibility quite early on. And that is an opportunity, so people can grow up quickly in our industry. Whereas you go and join an accounting firm or whatever, you know, I mean, my daughter's trying to be a chartered surveyor with Carter Jonas, and you've got to go that level, that level, that level, that level. In our industry, organisation structures are quite flat. And so that means that young people often get catapulted into positions of responsibility quite early on, so they grow up quickly, and that's fantastic for them.
Yeah, but what people forget about universities, so my pet hate is the schools get paid for bums on seats.
Yeah.
So they want to retain kids at school until they're 18.
Yeah.
So the head teacher gets that budget for her school or his school.
Yeah.
My own son at 17 phoned me up to say, I'm not going to university.
Yeah.
I was like, right, you'll come and work, you know, in the plant industry, you'll come and work with us. Started as a labourer, worked his way through, and it's exactly as you said, ended up doing class 1, class 2. They're taking responsibility at a very early age for moving machines about that are worth tens of thousands of pounds. There's a skill in that,
yeah.
And if you train them properly at an early age, they are like sponges, they absorb it.
Yeah.
If you leave it too late, you know, kids failing at university, and this being seen as a dirty industry, which it's nowhere near as dirty as I think it once was. It is a great career path, and you can earn a really good living out of it.
Brilliant living, and you know, and I keep saying you've got to have the right attitude. You've got to have a desire. You know, you want to do something with your life. You know, the problem with, you know, I'm afraid a lot of university people now, they get their degree and then they expect, you know, a job to come to them, and it's this air of expectation. I think in this industry, if you're prepared to work hard, you don't need qualifications. You do need to be bright. You need to be able to learn. You need to be able to work hard. You need to be able to roll your sleeves up, and actually you can do anything you want. And the best example of that is our operations director. You know, our operations director started life as a yardman, and then he went on to a driver, and then he went into the service side, and now he's the director, and he's actually very young, a lot younger than me, but you know, he's grown up quickly, and he doesn't have formal qualifications, but you know, he's the best operations director I could ever work with, and that's because he's got experience, he's done those jobs, he knows the equipment inside out, and he's a practical guy, and that's what this industry is. It's a practical industry.
Yeah, it's a people industry. So when you come up like that, you get to learn about the people in each of their roles within your own business.
Yeah.
But you're also getting to see what the customers are doing with the equipment.
Yeah.
So you're then getting to see what they're doing, how they operate.
Yeah.
So you're mixing with people on both sides of the fence, both customers and your own colleagues. And if you can promote from within,
Yeah.
It's a great overview of the industry, not just the business that your ops director's got then.
Yeah.
At CPA, we support colleges and apprenticeships throughout the UK. One of our headline events of the year is Stars of the Future, where apprentices are recognised for their contributions and their skill levels throughout the year. This ranges from plant mechanics, technicians, operatives, hire controllers, installers, lifting technicians, and it includes the colleges and mentors. They are also acknowledged, because to attract, retain and train the stars of the future, it's important that we retain the skills that we already have and pass them on to the future generations. Jeremy, at Ardent, you guys seem to believe in that, and I believe we could be speaking to one of your employees later on who has been on a similar journey.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll talk to a chap called Charlie, and you know, he's like so many of our colleagues working at Ardent. He's come up through the ranks. You know, he's done all the tasks, all the jobs. He's been thrown into the deep end on a few occasions, and you know, he's been swimming, not sinking. And actually, we've just promoted him. Actually, we've just made him maintenance manager. So he's showing that career progression that we're keen to encourage. And actually, look, you know, companies grow. You know, shareholders want the top line to grow. They want profits to grow. Well, what we've got to do as an industry, if that's to happen, you've got to get your people to grow as well. And sometimes people overlook that. And that means people do need progression, they need more responsibility, they need more tasks, and they need that as part of their growth. And Charlie's a great example of coming through the ranks, and you've got a chance to talk to him later.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that, because progression's not all about promotion. Sometimes the two get confused.
That's right.
You can have somebody in a role that they're really, really competent at, and they're progressing, especially with all the new technologies, that they have to learn, especially when it comes to the telematics and such like on the machines. And that's changing at a rapid pace now, along with the diagnostic testing. So it's trying to make that, recognise the value in that job without having the need to promote. And that's key.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And life it's all about learning.
Yeah.
And if you've got people, and I like to employ people who have a curiosity. If you want to learn, then you'll grow. And it doesn't necessarily mean the next role, but sometimes if you can expand your skill set, if you can become more competent, if you can become better, that's a great way of progression as well. We try and encourage that as well.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Thank you. As today's discussions are all about people, it's great to be joined here by Charlie, one of Ardent's employees. What got you involved in the plant industry?
So originally I started off with farm machinery, had 7 years on a farm, then moved on to hydraulics when the opportunity came along to come and work for Ardent. It's been great, to be fair.
Good. Yeah, cracking premises and some good kit round about here.
Yeah, we moved in early last year into this depot. It's 3 times the size of our last depot, and the concrete yard helps a lot.
What do you enjoy most about the job?
Sense of achievement of seeing how the machines come into the workshop when they've been off-hired. They can be quite dirty where they've been on site for 2-3 years. Turn them around, make them back to nearly a new standard, ready for the hire in the morning.
Yeah. Is there any advice you would give to youngsters who are looking to get into the construction plant hire industry?
Follow your heart, really. If you enjoy what you're doing and take every day as it comes, there's plenty of opportunities around the business.
And speaking of opportunities, what about yourself? Do you have ambitions?
Everyone has ambitions. Yeah. You have to start at the bottom and work your way along. I've slowly worked my way along here and helping the new lads along.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about the importance of where you can get people in from the wash bay and then through a workshop. It's a good grounding for the youngsters to get used to the machinery before they actually learn how it all ticks.
Yeah. The wash isn't quite one of the nicest places to be, especially when the winter comes, but it's quite a vital role.
It's what the customer sees when it turns up on site, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously the last thing you want to do is sit 10 hours in a machine was not clean.
Yeah.
So clean standards probably one of the most important things.
Can you tell us a little bit about the type of equipment that you work on here?
Mainly forklifts now. We have gone through the excavators, dumpers, plants, all pretty much runs the same. The rotos, they're quite nice to work with. Bigger they are, they're normally a lot more space to work with, so it's a little bit easier.
Yeah. I see we've got one of the new Manitous behind us. Other brands are available.
Yeah.
The attachment side, there seems to be a lot in the yard here. These things are pretty versatile.
Yeah, so we have winches, media plates, rotating forks. They're your main ones. Up to a 7-ton lift, depending on the size of the machine.
Yeah. Not like the old 2.5-ton straight mass that we all grew up with.
Nah. Nah.
So Charlie, listen, I'd just like to finish off by saying thanks very much for your time today, and
no problem.
Wish you all the best for the future.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay,
thank you very much.
So a big thank you to Jeremy and his team here at Ardent Hire Solutions in Bedford, England. It's refreshing to have been round a group today who clearly have a passion for what they do within the construction plant hire industry. The people coming through here have been trained in the skill sets of today and are already looking forward to what's required for the future. Being able to attract, train and retain talent is evident here, and an example of why people can make a business within construction plant hire such a success. Again, on behalf of the CPA and ERA, Jeremy, thank you very much for having us here today at Ardent Hire Solutions.